Welcome back, gamers of all variety, to some more Robocraft here with me, Rollin. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of things. I'm going to be creating a better shredder mech in this episode, and then we're also going to be looking at Vanguard's End map at the end of this episode. So stick around if you want to see the brand new map that just came out today. This is a pretty typical shredder mech here I just created. I used a shield module, used a power module, and of course I got the two chain shredders. Sometimes people will put on a radar and radar jammer, not a bad idea as you can sneak up on people. And it does really good when you have a shield like this against ground units, especially in areas where there's nothing up above you. So nothing really wrong with that. I just wanted to build something that maybe could be a little bit more effective when you run out of power, as that seems to be a big problem. And also I've noticed too that things above you tend to have a pretty big advantage, as the chain shredder, great up front, great at real close proximity to people, but once you get a little distance between you and your enemy, especially things like flyers, they can usually take you out pretty easily, as their accuracy is a lot better on SMGs or on some of the other weapons like snipers and stuff too. But here you can see I make a pretty short work of people. This is kind of my first little attempt at making a shredder with the sprinter legs here on this particular account, and I'm trying to earn a little extra cash for the CRF. I'm probably not going to post this one though, as it's pretty similar to others. What I want to do is, after kind of seeing some of the problems I'm having with this regular mech, let's create a better one. So as you can see there, I mean, that missile shredder, there's not really much I can do when I have two of the chain guns and it's way up there just dropping bombs on people's faces. So I think we need a secondary weapon, better than the shield module. Shield module is real nice for playing defense and stuff, especially against ground units or if somebody's launching a volley like that. But you can still hide under a bridge, or you can hide behind a rock, and it might be better to have something you can actually hit them with, because as they say, right, and the best defense is a good offense. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to try to figure out how to get some flaks on a chain shredder mech. Now that's going to be a little hard to do because the spacing needs to be just right, and I know the full-size flak, you're going to have a real hard time getting that on the Guardian. However, the flak Sentinel is quite a bit smaller, so what I'm thinking of trying to do is space out these chain shredders on the side by one extra block, so you have two from the legs placement instead of one, which you have to do with the chain shredder and the way the legs are designed on the sprinter mechs, at least. On the regular mechs, I think you can put them right on there. And it looks like I'm going to die here again, because again, I ran out of power, so as you can see, that's a problem. And the shield's not going to really do you much good, because you pop the shield, it'll just go right through it, as you have no guns and no way to fight back, really. So we'll go ahead and we'll finish up this game real quick, and then I'm going to go back to the drawing boards, and we're going to go ahead and create a better chain shredder mech. It's kind of the mission of this episode. There we go. We ended up with a pretty decent score, probably. I think maybe the other guy just barely beat me out. Rap before you tap. I like that name. Wow, he did really good, 11,006, but I still got second. Not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and try this out here. When you have a chain shredder on the side, where does your Aeroflak Sentinel need to be? So I'm just one off, like I said. I'm just going to expand this out a little bit and rework the design somewhat. So I will be right back with the brand new design. Alright, so here we are. I got a brand new design. What I had to do is use some more of these arrow rods as spacing, but it gives me like a total of 42,000 CPU connected to the chain shredder on each side. So it should make it pretty tough to knock off, as that's a lot basically, and they're not connected directly to the legs too. So if somebody targets your legs directly, you'll still have your chain shredders. And then as you see, I found a way to get two of the flak Sentinels on. So I think that's going to be a great complementary weapon to the chain shredder, as you can take out towers really well with the flaks, and they hardly use any power, especially on the flak Sentinel, as it's basically just half fire rate. But you don't suffer the penalties of the other weapons like the SMGs and plasmas and nanos with that big penalty. So I really like this combination. It's great at also taking out air units, which is the major weakness in the chain shredder mechs, if you ask me, because anything up above you, you really can't get a good accurate shot on if they're at distance, so they can just plasma bomb you or shoot you with an SMG. But with dual flak Sentinels, you should be in pretty good shape. So I have 950 CPU wrapped up in just the guns in this thing, because the 2 chain shredders, that's about 650. You got 300 in your flak sentinels. So, and I also have a power module on board, so that's 1250 CPU and just these high-end components. And then you also have your movement, which is your legs. So it doesn't leave a lot of room for extra blocks, and especially if I'm putting on the radar jammer on back, which I think is pretty important when you're trying to sneak up on people with these chain shredders, or keep out of the radar of some of the flyers when you're trying to use your flak to its best advantage. So it makes this vehicle a little bit more squishy. It's definitely not tanky, but the major thing is when you're standing toe-to-toe to somebody with chain shredders, or you're trying to take someone out with a flak, you're going to be doing probably more damage than they're doing to you. So you're not really winning in tanky, but you're winning in just sheer damage output. That's kind of the whole strategy here. Of course, there was not really any CPU left for any kind of flying or any kind of second mobility. So if you lose your legs, you're just kind of fornicated. You're just going to have to hope that you have a good healer on the team or take cover. So that's one thing. Maps like this, Alien Crater, you probably won't be seeing too much anymore too, with the new patch they put out today, as this is going to be about only 7% probability out of all the maps you could get for the Crater map to show up. Just because it's so open, and a lot of people didn't like it, as it's basically not a lot of strategy here. You're just hiding behind rocks and hoping that a sniper doesn't pick your last leg off, or if you're a flyer, the flaks, will not look too closely around the border of the map while you try to sneak around and take a base. So you probably won't be seeing this map very much anymore, but I thought it'd be appropriate to show it off here before the change. So we did pretty nicely in that match. You got 12 kills and 8 assists, 1 of the deaths. Let's see what we got as far as the chest here. So I think that was a successful build. I like the combination, and especially being able to conserve a lot of power with your chain shredders on the towers is really nice. By just using those flak sentinels, you're able to effectively take those crystals down, fill in the hole as far as your weakness on the air unit, and still be able to put out a lot of damage on the ground too by conserving your power to use your chain shredders as soon as somebody pops up on you. Let's go ahead and give this one more try here just to see if we can do well again. Here's another chain shredder mech. One thing I found is aim for the chain shredders of course, and if you can do that best and quickly before the other guy can do it to you, you will most likely win. Got both those guys. Alright, let's see if we can pop over the top here, and we'll finish up a couple of these dudes. So I would say that chain shredders are nice for speed on towers with the higher overclock level, but otherwise just defer over to your flaks, and they'll do just as well. Or if you run out of energy, one cool thing about this build too is that you'll start building power just by firing your flak, because it's only at half of the nominal rate. So that works out real nice. So another victory there, and let's see how we did on this one. This map should have a pretty reasonable probability here in the new patch. We got an 8-0 game there, 3 assists, and pretty decent damage. Looks like we're kind of top in damage there. Another diamond chest, as somebody just eked us out, probably captured a couple more towers than we did in that one. And we did get a nice plasma. I'll be using that Devastator on some build in the future. Alright, well that was called the Regulator. I'm going to give this thing a little bit of a paint job, and then I'll put it up on the shop, and we'll probably take it out for one more game. How about we try out the Vanguards and the brand new map next? And if you guys would, go ahead and thumbs up this video to let me know you're enjoying this content. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I do lots of videos like Robocraft, Crossout, and Galactic Junk League occasionally. But let's go ahead and check this thing out. This should be pretty good. Alright, so we have 3 towers, it looks like, on this one. One of them in the back of the ship, I don't know what you call that, the stern of the ship, and then we have one on either side of the front of the ship, it looks like, from just kind of looking at the map in the bottom right corner. I'm going to go ahead and use my flak to try to take this out so we can conserve power, because I'm not sure if somebody's going to spring up on me, as this is a brand new map to me. And let's go ahead and grab the other side here too real fast. So these do pretty good work, and if you look at my power bar, I'm still at full power. So I can conserve that for my chain shredders if somebody tries to get up on me fast. Now, if we get more CPU in the future, we get to 2000 CPU, then I can definitely see putting on that shield module as it's a great way to ramp up your chain shredders without taking any damage from ground units. But having these 2 flaks, I definitely wouldn't trade that away for the shield module, in my opinion, as it's just way better as far as tactical options and stuff you have with this. So it looks like on this map there's a lot of space that is covered up overhead. So if you are a ground unit, you're going to have a little easier time kind of staying away from flyers if you don't have any good anti-air. Damn, some Tesla just decided to try to murder my legs. See if we can go ahead and shred him out of existence here. We'll follow him outside. So it looks like we have a lot of cover here on the outside too. If you want to kind of duck out of the way of towers, you can probably use this area to your advantage, especially as a ground unit. You just need to be kind of aware of what's up above you. Looks like there's also a lot of good perches on this map here for snipers. I'm looking up there, and it doesn't look especially easy to crawl up on top and murder them unless you have something like my Orion Mech or Delta Mech, which can fly and jump real high. This would be pretty accessible terrain to be able to have some advantages, especially with height and stuff. See that guy's laser falling around here, but I'm going to try to take this guy out. He's being pretty smart though. He's just he's running in a circle around here. But I still have a couple shots here with the flak. Pretty accurate too, so that works out nice. And I got a little power. I could probably help take this guy out real quick with my chain shredder. Takes so long to ramp up though. We stripped him of most of his guns, and there we go. Got the kill with the flax. Alright, so it looks like here on the map we need to take the tower on their side up here. I'm just wondering how well guarded it is. There's also a lot of good hills on both sides of the ship, I'm noticing, for snipers and for units to kind of defend the base from the center. So I like the way this map design. Certainly seems pretty tactical. There's a lot of options for different kinds of builds here, which is nice. So we'll go ahead and take out this chain shredder. And if we can just finish this tower off, we'll be able to go and hit their base. Okay, that side's already done. Turn it back over here to save some power, and there we go. Got the overclock again. We are now at 8. Okay, we got a couple guys here going to the center, and they've already taken out the conflict tower. So let's see if we can sneak up on them. I see we got a sniper behind me, but there's not much I can do about that if I want to get in here and try to take this guy out. Did get one of my guns, but I got his buddy. I'll go ahead and hide back here. Uh-oh. Crap. I lost my legs. Not so much I can do there. So nice job there. What was that? Vanguard'S? Got me pretty good. I do want to make another Mega Plasma mech, because it's still my favorite weapon. It's just kind of hard to get that on to some of the builds I normally make. So maybe I'll make another Sprinter mech with a Mega Plasma. Really liking this guy's plane. Look at that. It's really nice. Lots of thrusters. It's like a fully grown-up version of the Talon, if you guys remember that from a long time ago. Robocraft had a plane they put out with that same eagle mask on it. But that one looks a lot more bulky, a lot more 1750-ish. Alright, let's see if we can help this guy here before he takes out like the Patriot. There we go. So we saved the beautiful eagle plane. Okay, so let's sneak in the back here. I figured we'd come around the side, and this will give us some cover from anybody trying to defend the tower. Okay, they got that. And it looks like we just have that one more to get. I'm not sure if I should play defense here, or we should just go for it. Let's go ahead and shred this guy. There we go. And we will, I guess we're going to go for the tower. Okay, they're on the other side going for our tower. Alright, I'm going to go back around. I think those guys got defense on ours. I see two guys over there right now, so I'm going to go try to press theirs. Okay, they got a sniper up there, but fortunately he's looking up. Well, not anymore. I guess he sees me. Crap. I'm going to try to back off here, but I didn't see they had a plane up there too. Alright, they stripped off all 4 of my guns. But see what I'm saying? If you lose your shredders, you would still have a couple of the flaks. You can try to hit them. And it's also a good hard point on the top and the front of your vehicle. So it's going to keep your hull integrity together a little bit and help defend your legs. So that is not a bad build. Oh, here's the top of the spaceship. And then we got somebody with the Proto-Seekers. Check it out, he's got like a little gimpy Proto-Seeker arm, and then he's got a giant SMG, Mega SMG arm. So, okay, let's get back out here. We are still down a tower. They're pretty good at covering one of the towers after we get the other one, so we're just kind of playing a game of tower taker. I'm going to go ahead and swing around here again to use this back for cover. One of the things I don't have on this robot is a good radar, so I have to be a little bit more aware of where things are visually than normally would have to be. Alright, let's go ahead and take out these crystals here. See how quick that is? That is so nice with these flag sentinels. And it's only 300 CPU, so it's just basically replacing the one shield module is all. There we go. Alright, we still have... Now they have 2 towers. This is not good. This could be a losing game if they keep up the momentum. Alright, I see a chain shredder over there. I have somebody here on my side. But I want a little more backup going into that situation. So I'm going to go ahead and take our tower first, as there's some people over there now. So I know we have the power on that side, and then we can swing around and grab the other one. We have some people here under level. Looks like they're talking about being level 145. We've got a level 91. It's kind of interesting how the matchmaker is working right now. Alright, their chain shredder mech. I got the drop on him, and he's out. And I still got a little ammo left from my power module. Go ahead and put the hurt on that guy. And it looks like I have some backup here too. We'll go ahead and finish him, and then we can swing around this side. It's kind of 2 ways to get to the other person's tower. You can go on the outside, or you can go through the ship. But it's pretty much equal distance because of the divider inside the ship. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take out this flyer before it gets to the shield. Nice. Alright. And, alright, he took my guns out, but I'll go ahead and take some cover back here. Fortunately, I have a healer, so I can go and shred this guy again. You didn't count on that. Alright, let's go back over, and we have 2 towers to still take. I'm going to try to get the sniper to back off, because he's one of the reasons I think we're having a hard time taking this tower. It's a good play on his part, but super annoying, as no one's really paying attention to him. Okay, almost done. Just gonna grab the center here. There we go. Okay, I got that one. I'm gonna try to stay here for a second and see if I can hold this tower from the sniper, as he can't hit me from up there. His friends can. He's good cover to keep allies coming through. Alright, we got somebody coming in, and they got my legs. That was a good shot. Oh, and then we also had someone sneaking up behind me. Alright, so they're going to get that tower back. But we have all 3 for a moment. It'll probably take them 15 seconds to get that other tower. So hopefully we can get some more support over on that side. Alright, let's go ahead and go straight through the center of the ship, and we'll head towards... Looks like a lot of people are going to go over to try to take that tower. So I guess we will go ahead and we'll back them up real quick too. A couple other new things in the game too is they have a premium garage bay. I guess you guys probably noticed it looked a little different earlier on. But if you have premium, the windows are a little bigger. You get a little bit more of extra cosmetic effects and stuff in the garage. So not really a huge perk, but it does look kind of nice. Alright, we're going to go take out this, and I think that will give us all 3. There we go. So all in all, I am pretty happy with this mech. I would say it is a little bit on the lightweight side as far as armor goes, so you have to be kind of aware of where you're at. It's basically just a offensive damage dealer, and not much of a tank. So you need to kind of be stealthy and come in and try to jump in like I just did there. Now let's see if we can do enough damage to this tower before they take me out here. Got one of the seams. Let's try to go and get part of this other one. Real quick, looks like we got a couple other people here backing me up. So, alright, I'm going to have to switch over to the flak, so I'm out of power right now. And the sniper is targeting me smartly, as he knows I am probably going to be the guy to do the most damage. Crap, I got a Tesla guy behind me too. They're probably going to take me out. Let's... there we go. Victory. Nice. All right, so let's see how we did in that game. It was fun. I like that map a lot. I definitely give it a thumbs up. It makes it more interesting because there's just so many different elements in it for cover and for different strategy. Pulled out top score, got 939. Not bad. Pretty good damage. And let's see what we get in our Protonium chest. Hopefully something good. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later.